Do you believe in unconditional love? The kind that asks for nothing, expects nothing, and still shows up every single day. Welcome to Hollywood Healing, episode 19, the podcast inspired by Gemini and me app created to help you know yourself deeper, care about yourself, and have an access to a 24/7 pocket counselor that is always there for you. My loyal listener, today is a special anniversary in my home. 1 year ago, two souls came into our life, Charlie and Ava. They are not children, but they are. They are our puppies, our little tornadoes of joy and chaos. But before I tell you about them, let's go back to the beginning. My journey with animals has started a long time ago, but it was wounded and disturbed and not easy, a bit painful. It happened in my childhood. When I was a child, it was still time when I used to live in Ukraine, I had a Rottweiler. He was a puppy. I adored him absolutely deeply and strongly. One day, trying to protect him from the street dogs, which are happening so often, at least it was by that time in Ukraine, I got bitten. I got my fear. It was very physically painful, but it was even worse because it was emotionally painful when my parents announced that we have to give the puppy away. My health, it was in danger. We had to do injections during 1 month in my stomach. We have to investigate how do I feel and watch me. And nobody could guarantee that I'm not going to get the disease. So that was my first karmic lesson and unpleasant, painful experience. You can call it trauma of separation with a beloved pet. Years later, during my university years, my parents and I had tiny tortillas, sweet, light, gentle companionship. And one of those dogs, which is black one, it was adopted from my girlfriend. She was born on the same day like me, but she was so opposite from me. Anyway, she wasn't feeding the dog. We both didn't in the right way. We were teenagers. We wanted to hang out, so we didn't care about puppy very much. And it was sick every single day. So once my father said, "You're teens, you have no clue how to take care of pets. I do it myself, but instead I have to become an official father." He said to my girlfriend, "You took my daughter, so I get another child instead." And she wrote away a passport with a name where my father was an official parent. And since then, our black terrier was always happy, followed my father everywhere because he felt so secure, safe, and saved from us, I guess. So the other puppy, brown toy terrier, we adopted him. Not adopted, we bought it for my grandmother later on when she lost her husband, my cherished grandfather, and they were such a strong union, old style union. So she didn't know how to continue her life, and we bought her a puppy as an emotional support. And they're so much connected to us. If you think about animals, they feel our pains, they know how we feel physically, emotionally, mentally, and they take it on themselves. Because since my father passed away and my grandmother passed away, puppies died also. Yes, it was the age, but not only the age was the reason of their death. So this is another time I got separated with the puppies, but by that time I already lived with them on distance because I was in the university. It was after university time later on, so I traveled the world and I didn't see them so much. Anyway, I didn't had a very good experience of being a great parent and caregiver and deal with big dogs. But my beloved husband always wanted a big dog in our big house. And we got two. So what happened? We took Eva, who is our girl, and by that time the son from the first marriage came to see us, and he loves and respects his father so much. So he said, "Oh, Dad, you took a puppy. I wanted two. And he went and he took the brother of Eva, Charlie. Eva, it was the name given by me after the character in my book, and Charlie, it was the original name because Kenny's son Michael, he decided to keep it because the dog's supposed to go to him. So after we ended up having two dogs because my husband can. He looked two puppies playing together and he didn't want them to go through the separation brother and sister again. Anyway, Michael and his family are happy now. They have their own puppies, which is wonderful and beautiful. They came into their life at the right time according to the divine schedule. And we have our Charlie and Eva. And today they are big boy and big girl. They are 1 year puppies. Yes, it wasn't simple. Yes, it was a lot of fire. Yes, we had to adapt how to become parents, my husband and I. Yes, I was shocked. Instead of one big puppy, we have two big puppies. But today we celebrate their anniversary. And my husband was totally right. They are our best friends. And I had to value every single day of them growing because it will never go back. They just didn't become like part of our household, family, home. They became our hearts. They sleep with us physically in the same bed. And I could never ever in a million years imagine I could do that, but I do it with pleasure. I feel their worth. I feel so taken care of, protected. I love them, and I want to give the same feeling back to them. And you know, they're not just pets, they are our emotional mirrors, protectors, healers, guardians of our softest or most sensitive parts, I think so. Have you ever noticed that a dog knows when you're sad before you say a word? They feel when you're exhausted, when you have your fears, or when you're extremely joyful. They never judge you. Believe me, if you have to choose between spouse and your dog would never judge you. They have different system, how they operate in this world and how they see it. I wonder if sometimes God sends us love, which going to be absolutely pure love, unconditional love on earth. It's probably the love from mother to a child, or maybe not even that always, but the way our pets, our kids love us back. And today I definitely have a nominee. And let's look at Hollywood's soul, Chris Evans, and his dog Dodger. They have a very beautiful story. He didn't adopt Dodger, he met him in a shelter. After something in his heart said, "This is mine, that's my dog." Through anxiety, loneliness, frame pressure, Dodger became his grounding force. A silent therapist, a joy machine, a reason to get up on difficult days, a love story without words. And beyond Hollywood glamour, we see service dogs, therapy dogs, trauma support dogs, animals who carry souls back to safety when the world becomes too loud. Because sometimes healing doesn't look like a meditation pillow or journaling, or sometimes you just need to feel this love and warmth and being understood and being never alone. And that's what our puppies, our pets, because maybe there are as well, I have to consider and respect other pets lovers, but I'm the dog lover. I can change myself. So they say to us, "I'm here, you're safe. I choose you every single day." Charlie and Eva do that for me and my husband. They heal us every single day. And thank God we have a great family, fantastic relationship with a lot of mutual respect and understanding. But they enlighten us. They make this house where we live home. And they are our reminder how united we are. Because my husband always says they trust us, they have nobody to rely on. And that gives us so much light, so much pride that we can take care of two souls on this planet. Learn how to love yourself and trust the process. Iryna Wood, founder of Gemini Near Me app, with 24/7 pocket counselor who is always there for you in case you don't have a beloved pet who understands you more than anybody else on earth.